All right, welcome back. This is going to be part 63 of my presentation of the flood and Noah's Ark. And guys, I have tried over and over and over again to record this video. I got up real early this morning and about 4:30 and did some things and decided to do a video. It's nice and quiet, nothing going on, nobody stirring around. And I just kept goofing up every time. And so I said, you know what? I need some coffee. And so that is what I got right here. You'll notice I got my cup. I'll show this from time to time. I got an apatosaur on it, and I take this cup backpacking with me and hiking with me. If I'm going on a long hike where I'm going to eat something, I'll take this cup with me. Usually make myself a nice hot cup of tea, but I'm going to drink this while I'm doing this presentation, and you won't hear it because I'm going to edit it out. The wonders of the video editing. And so, but any of you that do videos like I'm doing here know how sometimes you can start a video and have to stop and re-record. It's just nothing's flowing just right. And so, I'm like, doggone it, I'm not going to give in. And so maybe I just need myself a cup of coffee. And so that's what I got here. But we're going to keep going in the subject of fossil graveyards, and what was found. And guys, try to explain this, without a historical biblical flood. We're talking about the things that has been found already, like the phosphate beds. We talked about the phosphate beds on the previous video, and there was a series of 8 videos that I put just for the phosphate beds. And these cover huge areas. I mean, huge areas. There's Florida. I think Tennessee's got one. Montana, Utah, Virginia, maybe. I can't remember. I don't have my slide right in front of me. But in Canada, but we're talking gigantic, enormous areas. South Carolina, North Carolina supposedly had some. And we're talking enormous areas, guys. And how do you lay down a layer like that of animals? Because a large portion of that phosphate was from bones. And then you got the Dinosaur National Monument, another gigantic, enormous area, which goes into several states, all the way from one bottom of the United States to the top. I mean, just a huge area. How do you get that from just localized flooding? You can't. You need something on a worldwide catastrophic level, like the historical biblical flood. And so, but we're going to go into some more. I got 2 fossil graveyards I'm going to show you here, and then we'll come back and we'll look at some more on the next video. And so, but if you'll notice on the screen here, this is going to be in Bernissart, Belgium. Bernissart, Belgium. You'll notice right up there where it says Europe, right above Africa. That's where we're going to be at. And this was in February 28, 1878. 2 mine workers hit a skeleton mistaken for petrified wood at a depth of, get this, 1,056 feet. 1,056 feet down, guys. I just can't imagine being at that depth, because in a mine, there's no light. I mean, we're talking, it is just total darkness. But they hit a skeleton, and they thought it was petrified wood. May 15th, 1878, excavation began. They began excavating the area. Reconstruction began in 1882. 29 to 38 individual iguanodon skeletons were found, mostly adult. Now, real quick, let's go to another slide here. This is what an iguanodon looks like. Iguanodon, it means iguana teeth. Iguana teeth is what that means. It's 14 to 33 feet long and up to 17 feet tall. It weighs somewhere between 1.5 to 5 tons. So that's what we're talking about. They found 29 to 38 individuals of that. Going on this paragraph here, other fossils that were found with the iguanodons were of plants, fish, and other reptiles. Excavation stopped in 1881 with fossils still having yet to be excavated due to financial problems and a flood in 1921, which stopped the excavations permanently. So check that out. 29 to 38 individual iguanodon skeletons. They still didn't get them all, and they were found with fish, guys. Fish. That sounds to me like a flood. Now, this is the area that marked the entrance on where it was at, and they sealed it up. And so, if they ever wanted to go back down there to get that, they got a long ways to dig. But still, that right there is the area. Now, let's go over to the Gobi Desert. The Gobi Desert, which is in northwestern China. If you'll notice, right there in Africa and Europe, go over to the right and you'll see that square, that rectangle box there in red. That's the area we're going to be going at. Now, let's look at some notes about the Gobi Desert. It's known as a cold desert. A cold desert. 40 below, guys. 40 below in winter. 122 degrees in summer. 7.6 inches of rainfall per year, which falls mostly in summer. 3,000 to 5,000 feet above sea level. It is considered a gold mine to dinosaur hunters. Excavations began in 2001 on a large fossil graveyard. Geologist Dr. David A. Eberth said, this is a quote, "We've collected more than 400 specimens." I said that right. 400 specimens. Most of that comprises approximately 40 different species of dinosaur. 400 specimens comprising of 40 different species of dinosaur. The narrator says some kind of, get this guys, catastrophe took place here. Frozen in agonizing death throes. What kind of catastrophe would take down different kinds of dinosaurs? Now, the fossils were made at 3,000 to 5,000 feet above sea level, and they said on this program here that it happened without a flood. This is what the narrator says. The skeletal remains suggest that these deaths did not come easy or without desperate struggle. Twisted bodies, broken bones, and grim poses litter the pits. Something was at work other than just a volcano, and they just had to shove it in here just to stick their finger in the creationist's eyes. They said, and it wasn't a flood. Yeah, right. Dr. Clark said, "We knew we had these interesting animals, but then we almost thought, well, what are they doing together? How in the world do you get like one skeleton 1 foot above another, 1 foot above another skeleton, 1 foot above another skeleton?" You get it by sorting. The flood waters. It's going to naturally sort these animals. Now, going on here, this is the geologic time scale, the evolution geologic time scale, which you have the evolution of humans 1.8 to 5.6 million years ago. I've even seen all the way up to 6 million years. And then you got the time of the dinosaurs that died off to humans evolving is 60 to 65 million years. So that's the reason why evolutionists will absolutely not accept humans and dinosaurs coexisting. And so by their theories, there's a too large of a gap. Now the time of the dinosaurs, you got that. Towards the end of the Triassic period, and then the Jurassic and Cretaceous period. Those of you that seen Jurassic Park, that's where they got the name from, Jurassic, and the time of the dinosaurs, and the big dinosaurs, I should say. And so, and then you of course, They said that 100 million years before larger dinosaurs evolved, that's what the early evolution of dinosaurs, and that's where you got that Triassic period. That's where the smaller dinosaurs came on the scene, and then it went up to the larger dinosaurs. Mostly small dinosaurs were found at the site where this excavation was. And it says, how did they get so big? Dr. Matthew, I'm going to say that Serrano, curator of dinosaurs at the Smithsonian Institution, he was commenting about the evolution of turkey-sized dinosaurs into giant-sized dinosaurs. Was this really a passive process, or was there something driving them towards being very, very large? Right now, we simply seem to know that it happened. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is evolution, guys. This is the evolution for you. They don't know how it happened. They can't give you any examples. They can't give you transition fossils in anything. Even man that evolved from chimpanzees, they can't show anything. All that they simply know is that it happened. And this right here is that fine example of their excuses. But you know what, guys? They say this is science. They said evolution is science. It's not science, because science is observable and repeatable. Show me anything in that statement right now that is observable and repeatable. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They have absolutely no idea how turkey-sized dinosaurs evolved into the gigantic monstrosities that they dig up. They have no idea. All they simply seem to know is that it happened. Any rate, we're going to stop right there. And when we come back, we're going to continue on with some more fossil graveyards. But guys, I tell you, anytime you get a chance to look at anything by Nova, when it comes to dinosaurs and stuff like that, don't shun yourself from it. Watch it. Some of the information that I got, that I'm showing you guys, came from these secular programs, like this one right here. This one right here that I just showed you, this last one here, came from a program called Dino Death Trap. Dino Death Trap. It was done by National Geographic program. And they really have some neat information here because of the fossil graveyards alone. That was the reason why I grabbed this one. But it's really interesting, guys, to see how they explain this stuff. And so it trips them up. You take away the historical biblical flood, and they don't know how. It takes it away. You take God out, and it's a mystery. It's a mystery. You put God into it, and then you can take the Bible and say, oh yeah, it says that there was a flood. And so, okay, I can see that. I can see that happening now. You take this out of it, and it's a mystery. All they simply know is that it happened. But you guys take care. I love you, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.